Hello, my name's Mel, welcome to my world, and for those of you that are new to my channel, it's all about self-built campervans and campervan related stuff. And today I'm going to be fitting a roof rack to Rebecca's Volkswagen Crafter campervan. Not any old roof rack, I'm going to be using Unistrut. Because Rebecca was so impressed with my roof rack on my van, which is behind me, she wanted me to do the same to hers. And if you haven't seen my video of me fitting a roof rack to my van, then check that video out. I'll put a link right there. For now, let's fit this to Rebecca's van. Now, Volkswagen Crafter and Mercedes Sprinter have both got already a roof rack kind of system in place, but their roof rack's made out of aluminium and it costs an absolute arm and a leg. That's why I'm using Unistrut. But thanks to Volkswagen and Mercedes, they already have these ready placed holes in the roof down each side, and they're covered up with these grommets. Now, to work out which grommets I need to take out, I've simply put the Unistrut in this groove, and then I've worked out which ones actually line up with the slots in the Unistrut. And it just so happens to be the very front one at the front, this one, because this doesn't quite line up, and then the next one it does, and the same for the back. I don't know if you can see right back down there, but it's pretty much the same. The very last one, then this one coming this way, and then the next one lines up. So that means I'm going to be able to put 4 bolts through into this roof rack, this Unistrut, to hold it in place on Rebecca's roof, and I think that is plenty. Now, Rebecca has already built her ceiling inside her campervan. Unlike me, when I did mine, I simply pulled these grommets out and put nuts and bolts in. But because Rebecca's already built her ceiling, I'm going to be using Riv Nuts, and I've never used Riv Nuts before in my entire life. So this is going to be a bit of an experiment and a bit of a learning curve for me. So stick around and we'll see if things go wrong. Now, there's a hard way and an easy way to remove these lugs. Rebecca's standing there rather anxiously waiting for this. Now, the hard way would be to get a screwdriver and simply dig in there and try and get them out. But the easy way is to use a heat gun and gently warm them up, and then the glue that holds these in place becomes all putty and soft, and they simply pop out. Well, they did on my Sprinter anyway. So let's see if it was going to work the same on this Crafter. That's coming off now. Bring the camera in closer so you can see what I mean. Just look how easy this is coming off. Let's bring it down. Look at that. It's all gone soft and gooey. Try and get it out before it goes hard again. It's quite cold today. What is he doing? He's going round and round.
Yeah, it's
Trying a bit of sightseeing. One of my fans, probably. Oh God.
The engine.
There you go. There you go. That was easy, wasn't it? Now, I'm hoping an 8mm Riv Nut will fit in that hole. Right, where's my Riv Nut gun? Well, your Riv Nut gun, I should say. So this is a Riv Nut gun. It works pretty much like a normal rivet gun. The Riv Nut goes on here. It's a left-handed thread, and then you simply pull it, and as you can see, it retracts in and causes the Riv Nut to swell up and stay in the hole. Hopefully. Yeah, largest ones. They're the biggest ones, are they?
They're the M8s, yeah.
M8s. Right, these are the ones we want. And they don't fit. They're too big, which is a good thing. No, it's good, because that means...
M6.
Well, no, we haven't got the bolts for M6. We'll try. Let's have a go. How do you know the M6? Oh, right. Because it says on the packet. So there you go, M6 Riv Nuts fit absolutely perfect. So
we need M6 bolts now.
But we haven't got 6mm bolts. So do we use the 6mm or do we make the hole a little bit bigger and use the 8s? So we've decided to stick with the 6mm because they already fit in the hole, but we will need to go and get some 6mm bolts. So let's see how this works now. We're going to put that in, fingers crossed, because I've never done this before. I can tell straight away that's actually worked. But how'd you get it out? Oh, I guess you just unscrew it. Oh, I see. Right. Okay. So now that's in. See, I'm used to using the rivet where you pull it and it goes ping and snaps off. Yeah. But obviously you don't do that with this. There you go. And that is our riv nut in place. And our 6mm bolt is going to go in there like that. But this bolt's a little bit too long, so we're going to pop down the road, get some smaller bolts and some nice big washers. I'm happy with that. Yeah, yeah, that's solid in there. I think I should have left that on there a bit longer. But it's coming up. There you go. It's a matter of working it out, working it up out of this little hole. There you go, all its gooey glory. Simple as that. Then we put our riv nut in. That's it. It's easier if you do that, I think. Just to take the tension. Bob's your uncle. One riv nut. There you go, it really is as simple as that. Just use a heat gun to get the little plastic rivet out and then put a riv nut in. Simple, simple. Like I always say, keep it simple, keep it safe. I've seen a few videos on YouTube on how to make a riv nut gun or how to fit riv nuts without using a gun. Yeah. But for the price of this gun, I mean, why would you bother, you know? What was that, 15 quid? 15 quid this was, yeah. Yeah, it's worth every penny. And it just makes it so much easier. I mean, why not just do this? Yeah, there you go. Have a look at that. See what you think. Yeah,
oh yeah. Oh, brill.
Yeah.
That's really great.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah. Can I go up one more?
Yeah, if you want.
Oh yeah. That's awesome. Cool.
The boss is happy. Now that all my riv nuts are in place, to stop any water getting inside the van, I use my old favourite mastic sealing strip to make some mastic sealing strip washers. So I'll get the roll, I'll simply cut a slice off of this. Allow me to demonstrate. Like that. So I'll get this nice square patch and then I'll place this over the top of the riv nut, like so. Remove the protective piece and then my screwdriver, find the centre hole, make a little mark like that, And then when I place my Unistrut on top of this, I then put my bolt through that into the riv nut, do it up, and as I screw it up, it squishes it all down, and that will stop any water ingress into the van. So now I've got my Unistrut in place. I'll just show you. You can look down there, you can see the little hex mark from my screwdriver, so I know that's where my bolt's got to go, and I've done that all the way along. You can just see where they line up. So yeah, it's just a matter of simply bolting it down now into place with some locking washers, I might add. So now that I've got roof bars down both sides of the van, all I've got to do now is the cross members. That's the next job. So here's a little tip I'd like to share with you. When cutting the cross members using Unistrut, you want 27 holes. This is a crossways, and when you cut it, don't cut through the centre line between these two holes. Don't cut directly in the centre. You want to cut just off centre, so this end piece on each end is a little bit longer, and I'll show you why that is in just a minute when I get up on the roof. Now, although our Unistrut is galvanised to prevent it going rusty, now that I've cut the ends off, I've got mild steel exposed to the elements. So to overcome this, I simply need to spray each end, even though we are going to put plastic bungs over it. So yeah, I just need to spray those ends just to protect them from the elements and stop it going rusty. And I'll take care of any nasty little scratches as well while I'm at it. I think I managed to scratch it whilst I was manoeuvring it around. I'll just give that a couple of minutes to dry, then we'll get up on the roof and I'll show you why I cut those ends just a little bit longer. So a quick word about our Unistrut nuts. These are special nuts. You'll notice the corners are rounded off. This is for a particular reason. I shall demonstrate. I shall attempt to demonstrate anyway. So this is our bolt that goes in our nut. These are 8mm by 25mm. Ideally you want them about 20mm long. These are a little bit too long really. Anyway, right, so the nut, you'll see it's got this rounded off corner. That's because it goes into our Unistrut, it slots in, and then as it turns it locks into place. I'll attempt to demonstrate this. So it goes in, and as you do the nut up it will turn, but then it can't turn any further. It's a bit hard to show you. So it won't turn any further because of these corners are square. So these corners are square, these are rounded off. As it goes in it turns, and then this edge locks it into place, prevents it turning any further, and then these ridges down each side, they tuck underneath. I think if I hold it like this, it will demonstrate it even better, like this. So they turn, as you do it up, they turn into position. Just use my fingers, and you can see it locks up into place like that. And before we take our Unistrut up onto the roof of the van, I'll put these in place. The paint's still a little bit sticky. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this because it really does look like it's going to rain. But we simply place those in there like that. Then when we get up on top of the van, I put these like this and then drop those into place. So this represents the Unistrut on the van. It goes that way, so that'll be like that rather. So that'll drop into place like that. Then I simply put that up, turn it. I'm not doing it. Anyway, you get the idea. That goes up, it turns, and then holds that all into place. So it locks into the railings of this other piece. A really simple and effective way of building a roof rack for your van. Really cheap as well. A lot cheaper than the Mercedes variant. Right, I've just got to wait for that to tack off a little bit more. Don't know if I'm going to be able to demonstrate this very well, but you can see this is just simply going to drop into place both ends, and we'll slide that around, do that nut up. That's really as simple as that. Bring the camera in close so you can see what it looks like. There you go. So that's the nut underneath, and it simply slides into place like that. And as I do it up, that'll all grip into place, and it'll be brilliant. It'll be super strong. Now remember that overhang I was talking about? Right. So this is why I don't cut down the centre line, because the nut would be right on the outer edge of that slot, and if I'd cut down the centre line it just wouldn't be quite long enough to reach the edge of this. So that's why when you cut down here you want it just slightly over the centre, and that way you get this nice neat finish on the end. It just about makes it, because that nut is right on the outer edge of the slots. So as you can see, if I'd cut down the centre then it wouldn't have been quite long enough. There you go. So that's why I cut just off the centre of those slots. Right, I'm going to get off the roof before it starts raining. She's actually filming me, filming this. Now I'm not going to do this one up tight because I need to get the solar panel up here to determine the distance between these cross members so the solar panel can fit in. So I'm just going to leave this one kind of loose until we get the solar panel up, but that is going to have to wait for another day. Well, there you go. If you like this video, please do give me the thumbs up, and don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing, and why not consider subscribing to Rebecca's channel as well, where you can see the rest of this van build. Thanks for watching, and ta-ra for now.